Punters and Dribblers, welcome back to About Even for another week, the number one betting show on planet Earth. Brought to you by our good friends at Neds. Shout out to Neds, big supporters of us. If you are going to have a punt, do it responsibly. Now, you can go and join the Neds group, which is where we all go and like to share our bets and have a good time. It's a private group called About Even in the Groups tab on Neds, and the entry code is Dribbler. So, if you want to join us, that's how you do it. Joining me as always, Eddie, Seb, Rando, back for another week. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are we doing?
Nice shirt. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
What's it say?
I actually haven't even looked at it.
It says games since last win.
Okay, right.
And I believe there's 36 games on there, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. 36.
That's got to be like comfortably a record.
That's more than 4 rounds, is it? What, 4 times?
Round four.
Yeah,
Round four.
yeah.
I think it was a Saturday. Maybe the 5:30 game. Maybe the 3 p.m. game. Actually, Storm v the Titans.
I think if you go 0-8 again this weekend, which is highly likely, I'm pretty sure 44 days is how long it took Ned to cross the country on foot.
The longest losing streak in rugby league history is 42 games, so you could very much do it this week.
This should be huge.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's what's at stake here, Tom. The longest losing streak of all time.
Does that get me something? Like an award?
Will it get you notoriety?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Shittest punter in
Infamy.
Australia.
Yeah.
Right.
Infamy.
And it's good because Eddie and I are both struggling a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but when you got Tom sitting next to you,
Well, it puts us into context, doesn't
yeah,
it?
like we're fine. We just had a couple of off weeks.
Could be worse.
Could be
It
worse.
Could be me. Look, I'm going to be honest with everyone here. I am actually very confident this week. I had a real, like last week I was flat. And I was like, this is fucked. And I was I've got an emergency, like in case of emergency, break this glass thing, which I don't want to tell anyone what it is.
So
but,
you
like,
do have that?
I
Because I
have
was
that.
looking at your bets and going, where's the
No. I haven't broken the glass yet.
But I thought you were going to break the glass.
I was going to, but I've been having a lot of supplements recently, and I think it's helping me like feel healthy. Cold showers in the morning, mood's positive, and I'm ready to fucking break that streak.
What if you become the shittest punter of all time, which would happen if my math's correct after the Roosters game?
It would be the shittest season all time.
What would you do then?
It wouldn't be the shittest punter all time. It'd be the shittest season all time.
That's got to be glass territory.
Shittest streak of all time. Well, you don't break the glass midweek. It would be potentially a break.
No,
of
I'm
the
talking
glass
about next
week.
year.
No, but there is a huge asterisk on the first season of About Even.
You can't
the
be throwing
only one that you
asterisks,
went, well,
buddy. You
I'm
can't throw an asterisk.
I'm just saying,
The
so it's not the season.
How is it an asterisk?
I'm just saying.
How's it an asterisk?
I'm just saying because this time, last 2 seasons, you've been fully on your own.
That'd be
fully
like
on your own.
That'd be like saying,
Yeah. It's like he's been kicked out of home and now he's living by himself without daddy's money.
Yeah,
And
he doesn't know how to pay his gas bills.
Yeah, and he's
Where do
starting
I
to
pay
sell his
rent?
car
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got shingles and shit. It's actually like mapped his
You remember
life.
when you literally sold your car for $400 because
It was less than that.
it was
It was less than that.
$120.
Because he didn't want to pay for fuel or pay the rego.
No, look, there is more.
I don't want to pay
specifics
rego,
this
so
story
I'm going to sell my
that
car
they
for
aren't giving the
$200.
full context to punters and drillers. I'm not going to allow this to continue.
This feels a lot
anymore.
like Tom out of home.
Yeah.
This is this is charting Tom's life pretty well.
Nah, I am fucking positive this week, punters and dribblers. I'm in the negative, but I'm feeling positive. And I think it's probably important. Considering we all know how I went this week, we can get to some accountability that doesn't necessarily need to focus too much on me.
I wonder if this charts like you feeling positive about getting a job labouring and then you turn up to the work site and the site manager shoots fucking nails at you with a nail gun. I wonder if that's...
was tough.
This is the time Tom thought he was going to be the head of like sports marketing, but it was on a train out to like Lidcombe with a fold-up stand,
Chester Hills, actually.
selling like raffle tickets.
With a guy with a ponytail and like a big suit. And I walked out. I was there for like 15 minutes and I went,
And you wore your new suit.
no, I didn't have a new suit. I wore dad's suit. The guy in a ponytail carrying the fold-up chairs and tables, he was in also what looked like his dad's suit and he had a ponytail. It was a sales job, punters and dribblers, not one that I spent much time at. It was work experience and I left. Sitting in a suit on the side of the road does not make you feel like you're the high-flying fucking Gordon Gekko type, I can tell you.
But then it was the days of like... where
So
you
I
get
hope
your-
this isn't a false dawn for you, much like the rest of your life.
Well... 76 games. Look, I'm positive, and despite the shellacking I'm taking, I am still positive. Ain't nobody to break my stride. All right. I don't know the next lines to the song, but that's how I'm feeling.
No, I don't know it.
I also have been belting out Shania Twain all morning. It's got my fucking endorphins humming, all right? So you can't break me right now. Bit of accountability. Fuck you guys. And speaking of getting fucked, and this is no disrespect to the man himself, but Hammer fucked us. Or maybe I fucked Hammer by betting on him.
I think the panel fucked Hammer somehow. We put up a clip where Eddie was like, why wouldn't I? And like punters, if you are at all switched on, it's not necessarily following exactly what everyone's saying. It's going, oh, they're too bullish on that, or an Aitken, you're paying out random for Aitken. Like, there's these signs around that are up to you to solve.
I wouldn't be listening to us.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's almost like the Dolphins listen to us and they go, we're not going to give the ball to Hammer because that didn't go right at all. I think he got the ball once.
I mean, he's a fullback, so he shouldn't have to be left
But
or
he,
right.
but he doesn't. But he doesn't come left very often.
Yeah,
At least he wasn't on the weekend. I was watching, going, where in the fuck is he? He's even on the field. They just went left over and over and over and over again.
I think him and Jermaine have scored like 12 tries on that right side, and it just blew my mind that the Dolphins didn't even bother going down the right
Not
side.
once.
Because the Rabbitohs' weak edge was their left edge, and I don't know if Wayne's playing mind games saying, oh, they think they'll come down that left, we'll come down the other side, but didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Expect him to go right this weekend.
Cambo.
Expecting them too.
Cambo Graham. Like, I mean, you can't. He does not miss.
Yep. I got a little AJ as well. Just got a bit of an injury crisis with Kolomotangi. He went
AJ,
off.
not the AJ of previous seasons so far this
It
year.
was because the left's not the left of previous seasons.
True.
They're giving Cambo a bit of ball.
But so then that's...
But I got him. I wrangled him.
No, you did.
I didn't
You
wrangle
did.
him, but I got the leg.
not a
So
wrangle.
it's not...
It's like catching a fish, shooting a fish in a barrel, but I hear you. Lippy, who's the Lippy this week, actually, before we get any
Bicey.
further? Huh?
Bicey, he got in a Zaki.
His name is Bicey?
His name's like
Lachlan
Lachlan
Bicey.
Bice, but his tag is Bicey, I think is. And he got an Azaki 8.
It's impressive.
Yeah. So...
Coming in with a bit of fucking pedigree behind him.
Yep.
Sweet. Well,
It's not bad pedigree.
No.
It's not bad breeding.
Note to Lippies as well, like the way you become a Lippy is you either have like a smoothie or an Azaki 8 bet slip or a good story, not just can I be Lippy? Because you know what I mean. Like
Come in
that's
with a bit of a
boring.
yarn. You got to convince Seb. He's getting pounded in the ass by
Yeah, a yarn, a slideshow. If you don't have the bet slip, something like that. You know what I mean? But just can I be Lippy? You're not gonna. There's a bit of a queue, and you're not gonna get on just
Ned's
going.
bet
Can I
slip
be Lippy?
as well, preferably.
Well, no.
No.
Neds.
Next up, Sharks defeat the Roosters 22-12.
No one's close.
No one's fucking close. No one was
Couple of
close at all.
Mulitalos.
I will say this.
A Sharks W and then the rest red.
Can we
That's
take
it.
a moment to shit on this guy over here?
No.
This guy.
What Rando do?
Sharks fucking haven't beaten the Roosters in 60
yeah.
years of fucking
I think, like, what I'll say to you, Rando, is
Yes.
30%. So if they win 33% of the time, that's not too bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they've won one
That's
in the
not
last...
his fault. You could have understood that when he
Considering
said
the
that.
Roosters
No,
have won
but-
3 premierships in the last
Yeah.
Considering the Roosters also had 3 men in the bin.
I'm starting to see through the bullshit. That's all I'm
Lindsay
saying.
Collins
like you-
scored as well.
I'm saying the way he framed it was negative towards the Sharks, and I went that way.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
But you, as a numbers guy, as master of coin...
What did I just say? I've seen through the bullshit. That's what I just said.
Okay, should have seen it last week. Fuck you, Rando, though. I will stress that. Match of the round, Storm, Seagulls. Listen, no one was good here, but Manly got up, so who gives a shit, right?
Look, PS5 bet didn't get up, but
No.
it was a great bet. And I think it set a nice foundation for the boys to fucking rise. You know what I mean? Like, it just made everyone feel like winning was possible. And then we go out there and we win 18-8 and go fuck you to the rest of the league because the boys are back.
Well, I tell you what about the PS5 bet, not this game, but it did get up again if you're smart enough to follow the breadcrumbs and do your own investigation. Philip Sammy 5, PS5, he scored on the weekend. That was the PS5 bet, you know what I mean?
So there was one out there.
There was one out
Yeah,
there.
there was one
It
out
wasn't
there.
the bet, but I'm just
No.
saying there's breadcrumbs around.
You also don't go at, like, PS5 and the Titans.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have made sense. I will say Lippy, in respect to whoever Lippy was last week, I can't remember, sorry, bro. He almost hit a fucking monster for Manly. Manly plus 4.5, Warbrick under 42.5, and Hamole. He was a Hamole short.
But a Hamole short he was.
Yes, he was. 31.56 it was paying. Now, Warriors defeat the Cows. This is where Tom's unlucky streak continues. Marcelo Montoya, Tuolangi anytime. Montoya, he didn't really get close.
Well, he was moved.
But for me personally,
he was moved to the centres, which is what hurt us.
Yeah.
Because then he set up that try for Cossie, which was unbelievable. He is such a thoroughbred, Montoya.
I thought he was through on that play.
The worst.
I was like, yes.
Carl Felt misses that tackle 9 times out of 10 as well. And he got fended off the first Felty and came back for seconds and then dragged him down, which was really annoying because I had Montoya and Taulagi as well.
Yeah. Do you now concede your team sucks?
Well, I did bet against them last week.
Oh, that's true.
So,
He's
but I'm
conceded
back.
already.
No, it's already
But I'm
conceded.
back this week.
Well,
so,
no, but that's
it's our season
But
now.
once you've conceded that, the white flag's already been,
I'm bringing
flown.
it down. I'm bringing it down.
And I don't
The
remember
Holster.
exactly what happened in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but Cowboys did some dumb shit. I don't remember what it was, giving away penalties or knocking it on.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
were.
this is the Cows that I know.
Here we
The
go.
Cowboys of old, yeah.
Again, though,
I think. Listen, let's be honest. Halves not up to it.
I
At the
hear,
moment.
every time I hear
it's,
the commentary
it's vintage
talk about,
Tom Dearden, which I don't like.
every time I hear the commentators talk about Chad Townsend of phenomenal social media game fame, he is like just running across the field and cramping his outside men. I don't know that because I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I hear.
No, that's what I'm saying, Tom.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, the Lippy in that game again, he almost hit a fucking $26.89 dollary-do situation.
He's a Nanai short.
A Nanai short. And Nanai has... I've been staying away from Nanai this year.
No, but Nanai is too short for me to like.
$2, it's not worth it.
Like $2 in a shit side, no thanks.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Panthers Knights, this one, if Manly hadn't already fucked your multi, this game almost did as well. And it probably did anyway, because you're probably thinking Panthers 13 plus vibe. We all just got To'o and nothing else.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, there was 4 To'os
Yeah.
and
That's
crickets.
Yeah.
I mean, no one got a bet on that game. You know what I mean? Like,
No, unless
general.
it's just like a
Oh,
To'o
mate, you
anytime.
need to be. You need to be just be a To'o anytime.
This is
you
the
know?
hardest season of rugby league in history, though. To pick.
Well, in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
Tom, yeah.
In the history of mankind, this is the hardest
Season of all seasons.
It's just, there's
no,
just
no,
it's-
all sports.
it's
All sports.
Fucking insanity.
Yeah, the fact that, one of us is, even plus is ridiculous. Most people will probabably be lost half their bankroll by now in this sort of season.
Yeah, so really, I'm not going that bad. I agree. That's a great point you make.
Broncos defeat Titans 43-26. Hot boys.
Dude.
When in doubt, go hot.
Dude, but fucking hell, you did go hot.
When in doubt, go hot. Jordan Ricky, very, very hot. Herbie Farnworth, really good looking.
With an English accent as well. That adds a couple of hot points.
And Reece Walsh, gorgeous. 1565.
It is
And
good.
they scored 1, 2, 3.
Well, we've already been to this.
Maybe that's your thing, Eddie. That works for you. Like your classic bets. When in doubt, go hot. Meat and potatoes. Fuck all that happens. The tried and tested formulas.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seeing that right there, it's like I was a bit jealous of it myself. Not just because of the odds,
But because it was hot boys
it's a bet that works.
Yeah, it's a storyline.
Well, it's worked before.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's an old adage. When in doubt, go hot. We've always said it.
I tell you what, wrangling a stag's proven real tough.
Oh, it's tough.
Real tough in 2023. It is when they score 43 points and Stags doesn't get over. You're like, fuck me dead. This is.
You know but you know what you've done? You're trying to buy Stags at the top of the market. So he scored all these tries all these weeks, and then you go to buy, and now he's fallen off a cliff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've lost all your value. You're a sheep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to wrangle a stag.
Well, you're a sheep, though.
Well, you're using a fucking storyline bet that we've all used 100 times. That's as sheepy as anything.
but it won.
But I know that, and it upsets me greatly. But it's still, does that mean you're not a sheep because it won?
So I'm saying that you heard at the pub whispers that it was stag season. So
yeah,
you've
it
got
is. It's rutting
but
season,
but
dude.
you've gone out and it's stag season's over. You're late.
It's actually not. It's rutting season. So do some research, bro. It's rutting season, and they're out and about, and this is when you get the good ones.
Is that why you've missed every couple of fucking
Because
3
I'm not
weeks in
good
a row?
at shooting, mate. We know that. I'm having an off hunting season.
Or maybe they're not rutting anymore.
Well, listen, they were in Easter.
Exactly.
And I don't know how long they rut for. That's a question for D or Dave. Can you please find out how long stags rut for, please? Because it's a very important question. That
It is important.
to, because I may be hunting again this week. Raiders, Dragons.
This game pissed me off.
They've still got 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, are they still?
I think he scored 4 weeks in a row.
Are they rutting now? Can you just have a look? Yeah, Dragons. Raiders.
I was watching the Michael Jordan movie, the Air Nike one, and just checking the scores. And I walked out just as the game was finishing, put on KO, like on the phone as I'm walking towards the car. I'm like, finally a fucking bet. And they Raiders throw an interception. So I lose the line by half a point. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
I was loving that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, that was tough. Like, why did you even need to throw the pass, Raiders? Like, so, look.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll
Look,
cop it on the chin.
Yeah, you got it.
What was Fun Guy paying any time?
$3.10.
Wouldn't have been a bad bet.
Just to go fungi.
Just Fun Guy.
I know.
We were talking a lot of mushroom stuff
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
week.
yeah. I was a Jackie White, and again, I'm unlucky, dude.
I did.
that unlucky?
Did he nearly score?
Is that
Was it
unlucky?
Pull back or something?
Well, I mean, unlucky is that I'm getting close.
Missing
you know?
by
No, but missing by a full leg from a half isn't close.
It's like if you get a bad call or
It's not
something.
close.
Or
I'd say it's not close if you're one try score away from 3 try scorers.
It's pretty easy to get 2 out of 3. It's
That's
like
not close.
everyone's got 2 horses in the trifecta always. Like,
Always. Okay. Then just
Generally.
get Cornellas every week. I am unlucky.
I don't know.
Don't know about that.
If we look at your leg percentage later on, we can maybe decide.
Let's not look at my fucking leg percentage.
Well, we will.
Eels and the Dogs. Now, I've got an apology to make to everyone here. I may
Yeah,
have already
try
made
this on
the
for size.
apology on Hello Sport. So, I think it was on the Sunday. We get followed on Instagram by Will Penasini.
Pre-game.
I pre-game.
Oh, wow.
I didn't tell anyone.
He's in the shed.
I did nothing about it.
Following us.
Yeah, right.
And he scored the first try.
Wow.
And he didn't share that information.
I failed to
Which
share it.
seemed odd to me.
That is very odd.
Seemed like a man who's 36 games on the trot, been a bit bitter.
Also odd that he's followed Hello Sport before Eddie himself, which is interesting.
Well,
Well, I actually haven't checked my own account. I should check
okay,
that.
you should.
We've been talking about, like,
Should
there's
check that.
a few players, like, we talk about dating a lot of them, but, like, Pitacini's at the top of that.
Yeah, he's our
And
guy.
You didn't
He's
think
Eddie's
to
guy, but he's our
share that information at all?
I listen. I'm here to apologise.
With me, of all people, it should have been shared.
I'm here to apologise.
At least you're
This has
apologising.
not been my year so far, but things are changing, and I'm going to keep my powder dry. But just trust me on that one.
Nice. So no one hit there. Oh, except Sebo. Penasini and Sebo. That's bread and butter,
It's just
436.
Sebo's bread and butter.
Just get out. I was done by, like, the 20th minute. I was like, thank fuck, I got a bet. It's so easy.
It is easy.
It is easy with the Sevo Pitacini. Like,
It's
come
easy.
on.
I mean, it's fucking.
Against the Dogs.
It's a piece of piss.
Yeah,
It really is.
Don't overthink it and throw
Preston
in your
Cartwright,
Brycey
Penasini.
C's and shit. Like, what are you trying to do?
Well, we did like Brycey C when we said it last week.
Listen,
You
said he
actually
had
got to
scored.
try. You got to try fucking taking off him.
Penasini Sebo's just.
So
Thanks for
easy,
coming.
dude. So easy. Eddie, take us away from the 10 to 10,000, the unit scoopers, all that shit.
So Tom let us down.
Jesus Christ! Well, you don't say I fucking save the day when I get them up. You just always want to. You just want to beat me, dude.
No.
Stop.
When fucking Sebo let us down last week,
Oh
we
shit!
fucking
Everyone
ripped him.
else hit. I did let us down.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. I see that now.
Right. So I had Penasini, Seb had Mulatalo, Rando had Campbell Graham, Tom had Casper, the friendly ghost. Dill Edwards didn't get up. Fucks us.
If that's not buying at the top of the market, I don't know
that
what
is.
is.
No,
Like-
that is fucking.
Oh, he scored 4 tries last week, so
Yeah.
he definitely scored at least 2 this week.
He's a sheep. He's got so much sheep in him, this guy. It's unbelievable. Never had an original thought in his life.
Cambo, Mulatalo, Penasini, they're all fucking top of the market. They just score.
No, me and Militalo are like best mates.
Yeah, cool. I was tight with Dill.
Were you?
Sort of.
When?
Well, I was more tight with Cambo, but I wasn't on that day.
You haven't got a bet, so...
Yeah. Unit scoopers. Tom 2 from 5. I was 4 from 5. Sebo again.
Deja
5 from
vu.
6, dude.
Deja
You're
vu.
getting close.
No, but Targo, both weeks. I have him that week and that. He scores this last week and the week before.
Why did you go back to him? Because you said
I
you
thought I was
owed.
owed.
Tongo's
yeah.
not to be trusted, no
Nah,
offense.
I'm cutting ties with him. Nothing against him, but I'm cutting ties with him. I'm not going to try to wrangle him. Again, nothing against the player. I don't think he would look that good on a wall compared to a Stag. He's screwed me over a couple times. We have to go, like, I forgot
time to
about
move
it.
on.
Yeah,
It's
I'm moving on. Yep.
You got to move on.
Lippy, 4 from 7. Stiff shit. Leaderboards. I was first. Plus 2.05. Take that. 2 from 10. Sebo, 2 from 10. Minus 2.18. Lippy, 0 from 9. Minus 4.54. Tom. Last again.
Yeah.
0 from 10. 9 from 25 legs. Pathetic. Minus 6.77.
To be where I'm at currently, we'll just get to the overall leaderboard and then I'll share my thoughts.
Sebo first, 3.97. 19 from 79 bets, 24% success rate. Yep. I'm second, 13 from 79, 16% success rate, minus 15.34. Lippy third, 5 from 68, 7.35% of bets, still third, minus 24.3. Tom, fourth, last, dead last. 7 from 79, 8.86% of his bets, minus 35 units. Only 37% of his legs. Going like a busted ass.
Mate, like, what's the worst we've had? Like, because, like, in terms of down? Because it was you would know, but like you were down in the 50s or some shit, weren't you?
No, it wasn't.
I finished
Never.
in the sixes on the first season.
Minus 60?
No, like 600 left in the bank.
No, right. I'm just saying how many units down
It
were
would have been minus 30,
35, 36.
So that's the most we've been down. I thought
No
he
one's
was
been
down fucking in the absolute doldrums last year.
No.
I think you guys touched.
We did.
No,
We
you
got to
guys
the
touched
minus-
into the fives, but then we got a kitchen sink multi that lifted everyone up.
But we got down there. That's as low as we've been.
You got down
in the
fives.
50s?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I do.
Yeah.
Because we were like neck and neck and then butts.
Right.
So I just want to know, I mean, listen, it's round 8.
Well,
so
if it's
not looking
50s, it's 50s, and you've got some space.
good. Not much though, considering it's only
But
round
it didn't
8.
finish on 50s.
No.
Yeah.
Finishing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you mean just how far you get
how
down.
far low
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
get?
So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are this week's fucking. I've got an energy about me this week.
But your
Honestly.
thoughts, are these your leaderboard thoughts?
Nah, fuck the leaderboard thoughts. My leaderboord thoughts were about how low has it. What was the lowest
Right.
we'd been from a units perspective? Sure. My general thoughts are, Shania Twain. I'm still the one. All right, I'm still the one.
But what's really interesting is not a data guy, and I don't know how to analyze data, but I can look at this leg percentage here and see that you don't even. It's not even about the bet's not getting up, but your actual legs are getting up less than the Lippy's legs.
Dude, I'm fucking basically below the Lippy is on everything.
Except bet percentage.
Except bet percentage.
But they don't do the 10 into 10,000, which is all your bets have been, basically. You've had 2 bets outside of that all season.
Bets are bets, though.
So you're essentially,
Bets are bets.
you're 2 from 70.
bets.
You're about 2 from
Bets
70.
are bets.
Actually, you're 2 from
Bets are bets.
71.
Bets are bets. I get the fucking units for bets.
You're 2 from 71.
The bets are bets. I
2
get
from
the
71.
units
2 from
the
71.
bets.
You've
2
got
from 71.
I get the
two
units
bets across.
from any
How many
bet
weeks have we done?
do
7?
on the show. Bets are bets.
He's 2 from 71.
Bets are bets. All bets created equal.
Not though.
Shut the fuck up. Should we get
not.
into some betting?
Yeah. 2 from 71.
But I reckon even if we got a goldfish, it would pick better bets if you just like drop 2 bits of fish food.
Food in that series race. Well, that's what it might have to come to. But if it gets up, I get his bets, right? All right, punters and dribblers, let's get into it. Rabbitohs Panthers Thursday night out at the shithole Accor Stadium. Rabbitohs are favourites, Eddie. You sure about that?
No.
No.
Other way around.
That's what I would have thought.
So
Panthers,
it's $260.50.
yeah. Panthers $1.50, Rabbitohs $2.60. The line is 6 points over under 39.5 points. Rando, what can you tell us from the stats?
Well, it's going to be 18 degrees at a court, raining during the day and might trickle in the second half. The Rabbitohs, they have a pretty poor record against the Panthers. They've only won 1 of their last 11 games against them. They've also won 1 of their last 6 Thursday night games at home. In saying that, they have only lost by 13 plus points 4 times in their last 54 games at Accor. And they actually have a 63% win record as the underdog at the venue as well. So potentially looking at extending that handicap to plus 12.5 just to cover that line. For try scorers, really like Critter here. He loves playing against the Rabbits. He's scored in 7 of his last 8 games against them, including last time they met earlier this year. The Panthers are right side dominant, scoring 48% of their tries on the right. And Isaiah Tass and Alex Johnson have conceded 11 tries between themselves this season. So look to Penrith to come down that right side and attack there and find Critter, who loves scoring against the Bunnies.
Love it. That gets me horny. It gets me horny and it gets me wet. I am going to kick things off here. Obviously, we all like Crichton generally against the Bunnies. He likes the Bunnies.
Well, I'm on Crichton. That's how much I like him.
Same. And I also like Brian To'o. But if you're just picking him, then you're not really getting much Not Val Holmes, that's value. But what if you do this, right? Because I assume the Panthers win. They had a horseshit performance against the Knights on the weekend. What if you go To'o and Crichton, both of them first, second, or third try scorer?
Combined.
Both of them.
So, as in
So they've both got to
To'o
score.
first, second, or third, Crichton first, second, or third.
See, it's
Christ.
you're backing yourself into a tiny little box that a big girthy man can't fit in. Do you know what I mean?
I can fit, dude.
You can't.
I can.
You're trying to slide into a fucking size 32 jean. It's not working, bro.
It's working, dude.
No, it's not.
It's working.
You're a
this
38.
week.
You're a 38, Tom.
So you're getting $12 to get essentially the first try scorer and the next try scorer.
Or the third. First, second,
You've
third.
got one try scorer window, like leeway.
First, second, third. Dude, they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
I think they'll both score.
And I think
but
they're gonna be
first,
early.
second, third is tough.
That's
bro.
why you're getting Val.
You
It is-
don't get that good a Val.
It is very Shania Twain of you in the sense that it does not impress me much.
good from you.
Rando.
Done. I'm done. I'm out. Thanks, guys.
That genius bet's paying $12.81.
Listen, I think I see a size 32 waist required for that bet. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. And you ain't got it. I like To'o as well. I like Critter as well. But I'm not going to fucking try to squeeze into jeans that don't fit me, bruh. Simple as that. So I'm
Just
leaving.
clip all this
I'm leaving
stuff.
that bullshit around, or out rather. And I'm putting Panthers in 1 in 11 Rabbitohs against the Penny Panthers against a side. Yeah, like the Knights gave it to them last week, but I think they get up for a game like this against the old foe, against the team they've beaten in a GF. And I think they get the chockies. Panthers W, To'o, Critter, 568.
That's a better bet. That's a better bet. I am betting with my heart on this one, not my head. So don't listen to anything I say. I just think that it's always, I don't know if it is unders all the time, but it's usually low scoring. Is that correct, Rando, if you've got some sort of wizard thing to come up with there?
I'll get back to you. Just
All
keep
good.
going
So
with your point.
I'm going the unders, under 39.5, because Penrith have fucking good D. Souths do aim up usually when we verse Penrith, but just do one dumb fucking mistake like we did in the prelim last year where we just like tripped over ourselves. So I'm going to take him plus 6.5. I reckon it could be like, I want Souths to win, but if they can't get the win, I think it could be like a 16-12 situation. So Bunnies plus 6.5, under 39.5, $3.13. It's a bit of a dumb bet, but it's a heart bet. And sometimes out of the 8 bets on the weekend, you want to have a heart bet, especially when it's your team, just so you can be like double staked in your heart and your unit. So
Are you double staking this?
no, like as in like
Well,
I've got my,
I just heard double stake.
That's what I heard.
I'm
double
double
stake it, you
staking my
pussy.
heart.
Double
and-
stake it, you
Huh?
absolute pussy.
Me?
You should.
Yeah, I'll double stake one of the bets, maybe not this one.
No, you should be double stake.
To back
Can I
up
say
your
something? Can I say
you
something? For this to be a heart bet, like
Yeah.
all heart,
Yeah.
you need to be fucking all heart and
Yeah.
all in.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to double stake it. Otherwise, it won't get up.
What's that stat, Rando, about the
30% of Panthers Rabbitohs games in the last 6 seasons have been unders.
So it's not.
So that's not good.
No.
Oh, sorry,
it's not good.
overs. Sorry,
Oh,
overs.
Rando,
You get
you
this
do
every
this a bit
time.
too much.
I know, I know. I really get fucked up there. Fuck.
30% overs.
60% of the time they go unders.
Okay.
70% of the time.
60%, 70% of the time it goes
70%
under.
is unders. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's double stake it.
There you go.
So you
Yeah.
got to have a bit of
You
fucking
got to have a
sack
bit
about
about
you.
you, mate.
Because what you can't put a heart bet on and not show a bit of heart yourself.
Yeah, look, fair enough.
Show some heart.
Yeah, I'm showing some heart.
What's the Ricey, whatever the fuck his name is?
Bicey,
Bicey.
Vicky, one of the two.
Either team by 12.5 or less. Cody and Critter 12-13.
That's a
Bad.
good bet.
That's not a bad
Scores,
bet.
Critter scores.
That
That's a
is
good bet.
5 times better than your bet for the same odds.
Well, we'll fucking see about that one.
They're
mate.
good odds.
Yeah.
Mine, thank you. They are good odds. That's why I did it, actually. Eels Broncos at the Northern Territory.
Darwin.
Darwin, 220 Eels, $1.64 Broncos, the line 2.5, over under 42.5. Rando, don't fuck it up, buddy. What's happening?
28 degrees and dry, classic Darwin conditions. Now the Eels, they're the travelling team, have won 6 of their 8 games in Darwin, and both losses have come to North Queensland. So they have a 75% win record as well as the underdog at the venue. The Broncos, they'll travel interstate for only the 2nd time this season, and they've only won 1 of their last 6 games against Para outside of Queensland. So I think there could be an Eels upset on the horizon here. Best try score option is Micah Sivo. He's scored 12 tries in 10 games against the Broncos and 9 tries in 7 games this season. The left winger has also scored in the last 2 against the Bronx. If you're not satisfied with that, the value play is Herbie Farnworth. Eels right edge is conceding 31% of their tries. The left centre has scored in the last 2 against the Eels.
Love those stats, baby.
that.
I tell you what, I did a bit of fucking research this week myself, punters and dribblers. 6 of the last 7 games, it was one against the Broncos. They obviously love Darwin. Last time they played Broncos in Darwin, guess what the score is? 46-6 to the Eels.
What year was that?
2021.
2 years ago.
Yeah, right. It's probably when they won the spoon. Great start.
They love Darwin, baby. And if
love
a
it.
fucking team loves
Against the wooden
Darwin...
spoon side.
No.
Oh, it's just, I just was interested.
Calm the
to know.
fuck down.
I just wanted to know.
Calm the fuck down. If you go back through who the fucking Broncos have beaten, fucking nobodies, except for Penrith in week 1. Everyone else going like a busted ass. So let's not get carried away about the Broncos. Parramatta win. Sivo goes in because he scores every week. And my boy, the love of my life, the light of my life, the fucking man of my dreams, my protector, my lover,
Jesus fucking Christ.
my ride or die. Will Penasini, take me to Pound Town, baby, 901.
Nice.
Okay.
I
901.
like that. But I didn't know this game was in Darwin, and now I'm hearing it's Darwin. I fucking love it because we don't have, like, the safari kind of Sahara Desert stuff. But if you're going to go hunt game, like get someone in a fucking Akubra with a bow and arrow or a gun or a net, what state do you think you do that in? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, where are the
NT,
old
baby.
big crocs at? NT. So I'm up there, and I'm just taking one bloke with me, and I'm going...
Me.
Not you.
Take me up.
And I'm going my most trusted mate, and that's Sivo. He's scored the most tries this year. He always gets over. So I was like, Sivo, look at you as well. You look like you could wrangle this thing just by yourself, but I'll be here helping you. You know, I've got the dart gun, and we're going to get Stags. We're going to get him in the NT. So I'm just going, Sivo, let you and I get in the Jeep, and we're going to get him $5 one. If you're ever going to get a Stags or attempt to wrangle, Darwin's the place to do it.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm really excited to go hunting with you, Sebo, bringing me along. Thank you. I did hear there was a spare seat. I'm taking it.
I'm concerned that you've brought Tom along with you.
I'm going to be on the back with the flashlight, the floodlight. Well, fucking one of you
Scaring all the stags away.
Exactly. He'll be talking when you're telling him to be quiet.
I'll be like,
We got
there he is.
him.
Get him.
Oh, very concerned about your fucking passenger in the Jeep.
No. I'm with you. And then I'm also going to Reece Walsh. I wrangled him. Well, I haven't wrangled him actually because my bets are all awful, but he's scored for me in bets that have fallen on their ass. He's also fucked me, but I now need to wrangle a Reece. I need those eyelashes.
So you're wrangling both?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that a good bet? You may rely on it. Hey, you fucking can't turn that down, right? That's positive. Maybe I haven't been doing enough of that. What's the Lippy doing, Ed?
Para head-to-head, Walsh anytime, 7.55.
Lovely. Mine's 7.05 BT dubs. Dogs, Sharks, back at a core. Sorry, everyone. Dogs 5, embarrassing. Dollars and the Sharks $1.16. The line 14.5. Over under 41.5. Rando.
18 degrees, raining during the day, dry for kickoff. A big stat here, an interesting stat. Only one favourite has covered the line handicap when it's been over 2 converted tries this season. So that's 1 in 7 games, 14% success record. Obviously, we're seeing minus 14.5 here for the Sharks. So you could be favoured to take the Dogs the line here. In their last 8 head-to-head games, Sharks have only covered the line 37% of the time. They've only covered the line 25% of their in 25% of their games at a core since 2018, and only won by 15 plus points against the Dogs at a core on one occasion, and that was back in 2009. So it is pointing towards here the Dogs could show up. For try scorers, both Sharkies wingers here have scored in every game they've played, so you can pick Mulatalo or Katoa, or even both. They both score at the same time. I'm leaning more towards Katoa here as the Dogs' left edge defence has been a shambles in the last 2 games. Penasini, Moses scored last week. Mitchell and Graham tore it up the week before. But another big stat for value is that a half has scored against the Dogs in each of their games this season. The halfback obviously scoring 7 tries this year against them, and I reckon Nico crosses over at $4.40. I think he's great value.
That's horny, Rando.
I love that because I just double check now. It's going down. It's dropping, and it's going to be even lower by the time this podcast goes live. But Hines was paying $5 for an anytime try scorer. $5 for Hines. You get $2 for Nanai, and people are like, oh, that's a good leg. It's like $5 for Hines, who he's a halfback, but he pretty much plays as like a fullback hybrid kind of guy.
Absurd.
Yeah, $5. Just I'm gobbling that up, not even adding anything to it. When you see a bet like that, just take it, get the value before it drops.
Take it and run.
Yeah.
See, now I saw $5 for Hines, and I basically completed all through my underpants. And there was no way I was going to miss out on that little fucking slice of pie. But I get your stats around fucking, lines being covered this season and Sharks covering the line at a core and all that bullshit. But the Dogs, no disrespect, all the injuries in the world are going to get fucking pumped. So I'm taking them at minus 14.5, and I'm taking Ronaldo 2 or more. You then throw in a Nico. Basically, Ronaldo 2 or more is really just 1 because he's definitely going to score 1. So you only really need him to score 1 more, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yep.
You then take Nico, because obviously you do, and the stats back it up. $23.10. You can't, if you just look at that bet objectively and you remove my face from it, remove the bias of my performance, you look at that and you go, that's maybe the smartest bet I've ever seen.
I don't mind it, but it's someone who, when you look at a slip, say you're going through a museum or an art gallery and they're on the walls and stuff, if it just was a 13 plus instead of a minus 14.5, I would like it a lot more, just because it seems cleaner. And covering the line isn't part of your history now. Now it's just, do they win 13 plus?
But I want the line.
I know, I get it. I'm just saying, I like it now. I'd love it if it was 13
because
plus.
it's more of a fucking achievement if it's the line.
I'm just talking about beauty. I'm talking about beauty here. Beauty,
Dude, no,
cleanness.
beauty, art.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
It is. Art's
And Tom
very
can think that's
interpretive.
beautiful. He's thought a lot of things that are fucking ugly this season are beautiful, and that's fine. I agree with the Hines thing, though. Nico is beautiful, objectively.
Yeah.
So he goes in. Mulatalo, we know as a fact of life, like Newton's laws or Einstein's fucking laws of relativity, theory of relativity, that Mulatalo scores every week. So he goes in, guaranteed. Then Teague Wilton. Why am I going Teague Wilton? Because I'm fucking pretty certain that he's running at halfback. What's his name? Flanagan. Kyle Flanagan.
They have swapped him over. Flanagan to 5'8", Burden to halfback.
That's changed things.
But Burden has missed more tackles than Kyle Flanagan.
Oh, we'll keep it then.
We'll keep it.
No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it.
Oh, my God.
We'll keep it. $17.63.
I haven't
For Teague. And Teague goes over all right. He's 3 from 6 this year.
I haven't included Teague in any bets. So I'm excited. I will at some point. I'm excited to.
I like Teague.
I wrangled a Teague in 2022, one of the great wrangles all time.
Last bet win.
Jesus.
Probably,
You're bringing up 2020 wins and Teague.
Well, he's just saying Teagues, mate. 2022. He's keeping Wade Graham out of the side. He's good now.
Me and Nicker have had a fucking bit of a red hot stab this year, and, I just feel like I need to try some new fruits. And Teague's just sitting there going,
I'm ripe.
I'm right, baby.
What's
Teague season.
What's
Teagues are
Lippy
in.
doing?
Sharks 13 plus, Nicker at 380.
That's pretty bad.
That's
not a
pooey.
very good bet.
No, it's pooey, dude.
It's not a very good
No
bet.
disrespect. That is a pooey bet.
If you had Sharks 13 plus and Hines, I'd go, that guy fucks.
Yeah.
But you
He
don't.
fucks with the lights on.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And there's mirrors all around the room.
Oh, fuck yeah. There's one on the ceiling.
ceiling,
There's like a
walls.
sex swing.
Yeah.
He's got fucking big double enders everywhere.
And
he's got whips.
He's got coconut
masks.
oil melting on the side,
Fuck
warming up.
Yeah. And he's got a line around the corner waiting to come in.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you continued that. Let's move on. All right, next up we got the Cowboys v. the Knights. Cows undeserved favourites at $1.75. The Knights $2.02. The line 1.5 points. Over under 40.5 points. Rando, what do you got for us with your shit side?
It's going to be dry in 26 at Townsville. Now, obviously, I give unbiased opinions like I did last week, tipping against the Cows. This time I'm tipping with them. The Knights have lost 9 of their last 10 games in Townsville and haven't won there since 2015. Dane Gagai is the last remaining NRL player from that side that beat the Cowboys back in 2015. So I am thinking the Cowboys can bounce back here, and that line is looking juicy. Another stat, obviously, Kalen Ponga coming back. And all great respect to him. He's playing game 100. Wish him the best. But Since Mitchell Pearce left in 2021, the Knights have played 16 games with KP and 15 games without him. In the 15 games without him, they've averaged 22 points and a win rate of 31%. With him, they've averaged 12 points and a win rate of 26%. So sometimes it hasn't been the perfect ending for the Knights with Ponga in the side. So I am taking the Cows there. But I do like a Knights try scorer. The Cowboys' right side defense is absolutely shocking. One of the biggest and most glaring stats is that Kyle Felt has conceded 16 line breaks in 7 games for the Cowboys, resulting in 9 tries. Greg Marzhew has 6 line breaks and 5 tries in 4 games this season. So I am chucking him in there at $1.91 as a good juicy favourite.
Greggy Marzhew has become a bit of a fan favourite on this show, hasn't he?
You
know what I mean? Like Greggy Marge, he's sort of. I got a fucking lot of time for him.
You can double him up on a Saturday because I think there's a horse called Marzu as well. Ooh. So usually a few people have
double
Marzu into Marzu.
Nice to hear you throw a bit of love his way as well.
Yeah,
because you've been very anti.
Defensively, I think he's shocking, but in attack, he's an absolute dominant beast.
Edward, what are you doing?
Listen, I was very uncertain when I looked at this game. Even when we did our tips the other day, I ummed and ahed. I can't get a real good read on it because the Knights are going to Townsville, but the Cowboys fucking suck, and they've only won 1 game this year, and I'm wondering to myself, is it going to get better, or are they just awful? Are the Knights even that good? I don't know. So I'm taking all that shit out of it, and I'm going to an old favourite of mine. When in doubt, go hot. Who's hot? Valentine Holmes, very hot. Kalen Ponga, very hot. Murray Tuolangi, very hot. $18.17.
Back to the well in the hot boy bets.
Mate, I looked at this game, I go, I don't know what the fuck to do. I was fucking covered in doubt.
I'm in a little bit of a fucking conundrum here. I've gone Tuolangi and Lockie Miller. I do think that there is something about Ponga making the Knights worse somehow. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like especially coming back, like without having this guy that's so good, you sort of like everyone has to like roll up their sleeves and fucking Tyson Gamble responsibly.
It's like they're miners, like gamble and stuff. It's like we're miners. We just get through, like they're trapped under a cave. Like we'll dig out when there's a hot boy around. They get
everyone
distracted.
just looks to them you do it all. Hot
well,
boy.
listen, it's like being on a work site, right? And you got to fucking dig a hole yourself with a shovel and a barrow. If the excavator comes in, you're going to get lazier.
Yeah.
There and then. You go, well, you do all the work.
Put my shovel down.
Put the shovel down, put the feet up, light a dart. You can't do that without the excavator. So I understand.
Yeah.
I do.
My concern there is that the Cows take advantage of that and they win. But I don't trust the Cows to, even though Ponga's there, I don't trust the Cows enough to put him in. Even like I was thinking about it. I'm sort of working through everything in my mind. But I like Taulagi because Scotty Drink does just fucking swoop around the back. Taulagi scores. That just seems to happen, right? And it happened on the weekend. But I do like that KP is back and that he will at least set up 1 try. Now, I like him to set up Lockie Miller, the fullback. I don't have any good reason for this other than the fact that KP has got ball-playing skills and Lockie Miller has been impressive. So I'm just going to go Taulagi and Lockie Miller anytime you get in the 721.
Yep. I can't have an opinion on anyone's bets on this game. I look at this game, and it's kind of like walking into a pokey room, and like Chili's is taken, Genghis Khan's taken, Where's the Gold's taken, and some random fucking machine that you have no idea is left. You're like, oh, I may as well just put a lobster in, you know? But like, you don't even really care.
I'm a lobster machine. Yeah, great.
And, I don't even know what the feature is. Is that the subby? I don't know. That's how I'm looking at this game. But when I get that vibe, I just do a double ender and get out because I'm just looking at the other games.
Waiting for someone to get off.
Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to get off in the other game. So I'm just going, look, Marzu and Taulagi anytime, 4-17. That's as much thought as I'm giving this because I'm looking at other games. I can't waste any energy on it.
No, I don't mind that bet, though.
Yeah. Listen, we'll get up.
That gets up.
That gets up. 4-17. That gets up. Seven loves a $4.17.
Guaranteed that gets up.
Fucking bet.
Guaranteed that gets up.
It's a nice double ender. That'd feel good.
Nanite 2 plus Cows head to head 10-2.
Idiot. This is a stupid lippy we've got in our hands. Bricky.
Nanite 2 plus Cows head to head is awful.
Yeah, that is awful.
10.72. You're fucking off.
Ghastly.
You're off your head.
Next, we got the Fish and the Titans. Fish v Titans. We are at Suncorp, and the Fish are faves, $1.72. Titans 2.10. Line 2.5. Over under 45. That ain't small. Rando?
26 degrees as well at Suncorp. Possible shower during the game on the Sunday. Finn Diesel is back for the Finns, and the Finns haven't lost a game when he has been playing. Wayne Bennett also has a great record over the Titans, winning 11 of his last 12 games against them. So I am looking at the Dolphins here. Now, the Titans are averaging 4 tries a game, roughly. So some quick maths here. The Finns will need to score 4 or more to win this one. The Hammer is scoring 1 in every 4 tries the Finns score, and the Titans have conceded the most tries to fullback. So it makes sense to have a look at him for your tipping.
Love it.
Well, obviously.
Sebo?
I'm jumping on Hammer. I think we're all owed one. I think everyone's on him as well. So that's easy for me. And then Carney. He's getting over every
Not
week.
Todd Carney.
No, just Carm Pereira. I like to call him Carney now. Easy to put in the sheet. Just
Carney
those
P.
two. Yeah, Carney P. 351. It's small, but sometimes when it's obvious, like Hammer's obviously going over, Carney's getting over a fair bit. Take your units and get the fuck out.
Again, that'll get up.
You just go your guarantees.
Yeah.
You just look at it and you go, who's guaranteed in this game? Pretty fucking much. Sarko's pretty much guaranteed. Hammer's pretty much guaranteed. Khan's pretty much guaranteed. Just take fucking guys that you know are going to fucking turn up and score tries. 662.
That's not bad, Eddie. I've just gone Ozarko 2 or more and Hammer because I did need a bit more juice. So I've gone Ozarko 2. I like it, and I like Hammer. We're all there. There's nothing too confusing here. We don't need to fucking dribble and yarn. The Lippy's gone Ozarko and Carney P. 341.
It's pretty straight up and down.
This is a straight up and down game. I think this is, without saying it's guaranteed, it's a pretty straight up and down game.
You actually prefer to punt on these games than your Roosters, Storms, Penrith, South. Like these games, there's going to be 10 tries, right?
Yeah. Mate, it's up and down.
Yeah.
It's straight up and down.
Yeah,
I think we all get up.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So I appreciate that because I really, really need it.
Maybe not you, but you know what I mean.
Next up, we have the Tigers and the Seagulls, match of the round. The Tigers, not short enough if you ask me, at 320. Manly $1.33 out at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. Line is 9.5. The over-under 43.5. Rando.
Dry and 22 at Campbelltown. Now, that line is so short for the Seagulls here. Yeah. The Seagulls, they've won their last 4 games against the Tigers by 13-plus points. They also have a pretty incredible record at Campbelltown, winning 11 of their 14 games at the venue. For try scorers, the Tigers are leaking 28% of their tries down their right edge, with left attack scoring 8 tries in 6 games against them. Ruben Garrick has scored 4 tries in his last 4 games against the Tigers, and Manly's left edge is their most dominant edge, scoring 22% of all their tries. Now, for value, a big smoky this arbo is the man with the lawnmower, Josh Aloiai, the former Tiger himself.
Literally,
he has scored 3 tries in his last 2 games against his former club, so it'd be worth having a look in there. Hamole, also good value. The Tigers have conceded 4 tries to right second rowers, and the Seagulls have scored 4 tries through their right second rower as well. So those are some players to look at for this one, but I think it's going to be a Manly humping.
Yep, love it. Sebo, what are you doing?
Going real simple in this one, and I am going low odds on a lot of my games. Why? Because when the chips are down, I'm having bad weeks, I double down and just try pick $3, $4 things that are guaranteed. And
Almost guaranteed.
Almost guaranteed.
No guarantees.
Manly win, right? I'm not taking the line. I'm a bit worried of Tigers beating Manly, but I am worried a little bit of an ambush that we could push the line in, and it could be tighter than you think. Manly just got up against, they hammered the Storm. They just got up, it happened last week. That's when, when you're riding high, things can happen. So Manly win, Garrick and Turbo. That's as close to guaranteed as you can get for try scorers. 359. I just think with that bet, you're allowing the Tigers to kind of come out and do something fucked up, but you're also getting your 2 try scorers that are pretty much guaranteed.
Eddie, you were just musing about the fact that you'd stolen all of Rando's stats.
Well, I haven't stolen them, mate. I came up with them myself, did a bit of fucking research. Obviously went onto the fucking head-to-head rugby league stats website. It's good stuff on there. It's good gear. Now, for those that think the Tigers coming
frantically goes and types that and saves it, bookmarks that website into
but you should use it. It's a ripper.
Never heard of it.
When you think about the Tigers, people go, oh, but team's coming off a bike, and go, all right, listen, the Tigers are a fucking shit show, mate. Dewey out for the season, probably longer. He's nowhere in the side. Warbrick comes, not Warbrick. What's the half? Wakeham comes back in, who they dropped. They said, "Oh mate, you got as much talking time as you want to bloody, own the spot." 2 weeks later, game and a half later, he's flicked. He's come back in. Good luck to you, son. Charlie Staines, they've fucked him from fullback back onto the wing. Old Pooey Staines. Like, what's going on with
not
this
just
side?
flicked him, who they've brought in, and I'm not knocking this kid.
I've never heard of him.
But Jareem Buller, I'm not saying you're a bad player, but like they just seem to hate Dane Laurie, don't they? He's on the fucking bench. Like, who you got to suck
Dane
on?
Laurie, like, there isn't a dick in the country that he could suck to get a run,
No.
it would seem to me.
No.
Because poor old Dane.
Is there something to do with the age of the coach that maybe like dick sucks don't work when you get into your 70s? I don't know. I'm not 70.
Well, listen, maybe Sheensy doesn't come anymore. I don't know. I don't know. But it would seem to me, from the outsider looking in, that Dane Laurie
couldn't suck his way into a fullback jersey.
Yeah. And hasn't been able to, clearly. Because Nulla, he's fucking playing at fullback.
Jareem Buller.
So if you think that the Tigers are a sniff, you're a fucking idiot. Manly's coming off a brave win against the Storm, who a lot of people like to win the comp, okay? Including my little lefty mate over there. So Manly's fucking primed and ready to hump. Obviously, we've won the last 4 games by 13 plus against the Tigers. Obviously, Ruben scored 4 in 4 games, including a double. Obviously, Josh Alloway, who's a fucking friend of ours, Tom comments on all our shit, shares our shit, friend of the show, has scored 3 tries in 2 games, including a double. So Manly 13
Have
plus.
to be with that stat.
Ruben 2 plus. Alloway to score a try. $31.93. That's a great bet.
Don't hate it. I had forgotten about the old Alloway
It's a
stat.
good bet.
I had forgotten about the old Alloway stat. I'm not going to put him in, but I've got obviously Manly 13 plus in this game. And you know that when you say 13 plus on this show now, we mean it. And I mean it. It's a 13 plus, so we fuck these Tigers. But I've got Homole 2 or more, which I don't think's that crazy, right? It's actually really not that crazy. And Rando had some stats there that indicated that we that the Tigers love conceding tries to right side back rowers. So he basically needs to get 1 because he's guaranteed to get 1. And then you just chuck in a turbo there, you're getting $25.13. It's pretty simple. We then move to the Lippy dribbler, who has got Manly 13 plus. Smart from him. He's also got Homole and Brady Parks. And that's $15.58. I think that might be the best bet of all of them.
I like that bet.
Homole, Brady Parks.
Beware of the ambush. Beware of the ambush.
Fuck off, mate. Next up, Roosters Dragons Anzac Day clash. Love the Anzac Day clash. Love it. Shout out to the Anzacs. Allianz Stadium. Roosters faves $1.22. Dragons pretty long at 4.10, considering how shit the Roosters have been on and off.
Got some boys back there.
They have got some boys back. That is fair. Line is 12.5. Over under 41.5. Rando got some Anzac stats for us. Anzac Bickies.
It's going to be dry and 20 degrees. Perfect day for the Anzac Day clash. Now, the Dragons, they've usually stepped up. They've won 4 of the last 7 Anzac Day games. Ben Hunt has a 67% winning record in those Anzac Day clashes as well. The Roosters, they've lost 6 of their last 8 Anzac Day games after coming off a loss. And I would also like to refer to the doctrine of precedent that I had earlier about the 2 converted try line. That's what it is set at the moment. So Dragons, the line, looking pretty healthy here. In terms of try scorers, one of my best value try scorers for the week, Joey Manu, who jumps into the 6 for only the 4th time in his career. In the 3 games he has played, he has scored 4 tries. In his last 2 games, he has had over 17 runs and over 13 tackle breaks per game. Now, who is he opposing in defence? That is Ben Hunt, who leads the Dragons in missed tackles. So an absolute defensive mismatch here. Manu has also scored in each of his last 2 Anzac Day games as well. So chucking in Joey Manu, who also has 6 tries in his last 5 games against the Dragons.
Okay.
Not bad.
The doctrine of precedent.
Yes, I looked
Where
that
the
up.
fuck did that come from?
To all the lawyers out there,
Precedent.
Precedent.
Yeah, it's a lawyer. It's a legal.
it's a
thing.
legal
I did
legal
studies.
term.
But the doctrine of precedent.
I'm
That
going to
was-
the bar this
listen.
week.
It sounded like a biblical verse.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
liked it.
I went dribbly this week, Tom.
Shocking.
With some dribbly stats.
Okay.
Now, obviously, Rando's got his fucking, they've won this amount of games and that amount of games. And listen, I look at the rivalry a little bit differently, if you don't mind. And given that it's on what day? Anzac Day, 2 up. I'm looking at odds and evens, baby. That's what I'm looking at. In the last 7 years, the Roosters have never lost in an odd year. What year is it? 2023. Odd as fuck. So you take the Roosters, baby. 6 of the last 7 games have gone unders. And I think that Anzac Day, it's a tight, gritty affair. I think unders is the fucking play. And our fucking good mate, friend of the show, absolute stallion, absolute beast, motherfucking back rower, best in the world, World Cup winner, premiership winner, fucking Scots boy, all around good bloke, hot as fuck, really rootable. Angus Crichton's back, baby. And he goes in. You know he goes in. 9.98. That's a great bet.
I literally just had Angus Crichton. I don't care if he gets up. I don't care if he does or he doesn't. Back from some tough times. Just happy to see him back there. But I am going to get greedy now. I'm going to get greedy because those Joey Manu stats got me tingling a little bit in the PP, and I need to change my stars. So Angus is in there. If he doesn't score and this bet doesn't get up, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm just happy to see him back playing rugby league. But if he does, which I think he will, I also really like Joey Manu in there. And you add AC and Joey, you're getting 10.53. That's just good stuff.
It's a better bet.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's going to get off. It's going to get up. That's what it is. Not just a better bet. It's going to get up. 10.53.
Not bad.
Thank you so much.
I had Roosters 13 plus, but now I've taken that out after the stats. And I had Cheese and Crichton. But then those Joey Manu stats got shown to me. And I think in Anzac Day, I always like to think of this game as like Gallipoli, right? You always think of Gallipoli in this game. And Anzac Day as Australians, we celebrate it a lot. But Anzac also includes New Zealanders. And so I can only imagine if I rock up to the fucking shores of that goddamn beach, you know, I've got my Aussie mates that we've been on the ship, we know each other. I'm like, hey, what's going on? But then I see someone like Cheese and Manu, I'm like, oh, fuck, thank God these guys are on our side. Like, they look like they could run up that hill and back, kill 10 guys and nothing, and they'd be good at 2 up. So I'm like, Cheese and Manu, in Anzac tradition, it's kind of going the New Zealand side of it, 7.97. I think they get up on Anzac Day.
Is the Manu and cheese your sandwich?
Oh, it is my sandwich as well. It's my sandwich as well. Double. Okay, I am double staking this bet because it's got double meaning to me. So that's a Manu and cheese sandwich. Enjoyed at Gallipoli as you admire.
I can't believe you didn't pick up on that.
I was only added it in there and I wrote cheese and Manu. But,
double staked. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you didn't pick up on it and now you've double staked it, which you can't take back, actually makes me concerned for that bet.
And that just got erased by you being concerned about it because each time you say concerned, it usually does get up.
No. I mean, yes, I am also concerned now that I said that, but hopefully because you then
Where are we up
that.
to now? Where are we up to now? Because you were concerned and now he's not concerned because you are concerned, but now you're concerned that you are concerned.
I didn't say it. No, I didn't say anything. He was the last one. He was the last one. So that's all I'm saying.
I'd need an official ruling on that. I don't know where we ended up.
Yeah. Okay, and then Lippy's got Manu 2+, which I don't hate either at 11.50.
No, I don't hate that.
No. All right, last game we have got Storm v. the Wars. Now, this is at Amy Park. Storm faves, $1.25. Warriors, $3.90. Line 12.5, over under 42.5. Now, Rando, as I basically complete a perfect round here of not forgetting you once.
Quite incredible. Tearing up a little bit.
What do you got for us?
It's going to be dry 19 at Amy Park. The Warriors, now they haven't showed up to these games in Melbourne, well, at least not since 2014. They have lost 5 of their last 7 Anzac Day clashes by 13+, conceding 30+ points to the Storm in those 5 games. Now, listeners might think it is a different Wires side, but let me whip out the doctrine of precedent again. And we go back into 2018 when the Wires came into this game with a 6-1 record, whilst the Storm had the same record as they had this year, 4-3. Melbourne went on to drop 50 on the Wires that night in a 50-10 humping. So I am thinking Melbourne definitely to win and could possibly take it to a 13+ and a full reality check here for the Wires. For try scorers in the last 5 Anzac Day clashes, a Warriors winger has scored. Now, looking at the Storm's defence, the right edge has leaked 30% of their tries exclusively. They've conceded 8 tries to left edge attacks, this season. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak scored this time last year. SJ is second in the comp for try assists with 9 and has an assist in each of his last 3 games versus Storm. I reckon he runs that right side and sets up DWZ for a try. But for me, I think it could be a Storm humping on top.
Love to hear a Storm humping. Love it. Now, I kept this one close to my chest. because I felt like it. But the punters and dribblers can follow me if they want. We got followed by Nick Meaney yesterday on Instagram. So with that in mind, and the humping a foot, I'm just going Meaney 2 or more at 6.25. Eddie's been trying to convince me of tipping the Warriors all fucking week, and I was thinking about it, and he was trying to get in my head, and I went, you know what? Fuck that guy. And now that I see that you didn't even tip him, you sack of shit, I'm very glad that I didn't. And I'm just going Meaney 2 or more, friend of the show.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't... Once I looked at the stats and realised the Warriors fucking suck when they play the Storm, I ran. I head for the Heels.
Didn't tell me that.
Well, you didn't tell me about Meaney, so... I had a little look about... So, obviously, Anzac Day is a big day, right? We all know that. One of the biggest, if not the biggest on the calendar. And when you look to big games, you need big game players. And so I started doing a bit of research. Who's a big game player? Well, Jerome Hughes is.
Wow, did you really need to research that, did you?
How many games has he scored in the last three?
That must have been some research.
Has he scored in the last
Who's
three?
a big game player?
Shut the fuck up, you loser. Get a bet right.
The halfback for New Zealand. He's a big game player.
Jerome
He's
Hughes.
a premiership winner.
Exactly.
Harry Grant. You mean the starting hooker for State of Origin?
Exactly.
What a genius.
Exactly. They've scored in the last 3 fucking games, baby.
What
in
research that is.
Grant last 3 games. Hughes last 3 games. And it's a little allied bet.
I was looking for a
Hugh,
good coach,
New Zealand.
some research. You know who's fucking good? Craig Bellamy. Sorry, mate.
No, that's right. You finished?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Hughes and Grant. $8.09. Which I much prefer to Meaney 2+.
Sure.
At 6.25.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Good research. So,
Look, I'm just going, I always say it when I see Munster, he's the one guy. If you want anyone in a trench at Gallipoli with you, it's Munster. Like, he could run straight at the Turks and somehow not get shot, maybe even get shot and still take down one of the big heavy machine guns. I don't know. He just seems a guy that bounces back. So I'm just going him at 275. I don't want to overcomplicate it. Can I
ask, why don't you, if it's like, you know, Munster is who you want in Gallipoli, why don't you pick a donkey from the other side? Someone who's not that likely to score, and you have Munster and his donkey, or a donkey from the Storm.
Because I just want to have laser focus on Munster. Like, I keep things simple. When signs and vibes get presented to me, I don't try to complicate them. And so I'm just going 275 Munster. I just want to do that. Now, not for this, but...
Well, that's all you're doing.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Why don't you do like Munster and our friend Christian Welsh? Not saying you're a donkey, Christian, but just comparatively in terms of the try-scoring markets. Simpson and his donkey.
Yeah, but that's your vibe.
It's not Simpson, though.
No, but he's saying...
You'd need a Simpson and a donkey.
Well, you need someone called like
because Munster
Nick
was
Donkey.
No, but Munster wasn't. Munster's a fucking. He's a fighter. Simpson didn't fight. He was a medic.
Yeah, okay.
You've got it all wrong.
No, that's fair.
And also, previous game as well, some dribbler reached out saying Emre Gula. Like,
that was last week.
Yeah, I know, but today, Anzac Day is representing the whole other side of, Turkey. So maybe I'm not going on it. I'm just saying, if you want a little bit of a sign bet there as well.
That would be the other side.
That's
though.
the
That would be the
and
enemy.
They are
That would be
having
the
a bye
enemy.
this week, so he
right.
won't be playing at all.
Which is why I think it was probably best that they rested the Turk.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anzac Day.
look, I don't think that he needs to be, bearing the brunt of an entire war that he had nothing to do with personally, Emre, just so you know.
Everything's friendly now.
Yeah, we're all good now. We've all moved on. So Sebo's going Munster and the Lippy, Edward.
Was head-to-head Warbrick. Kossi 2+, 39-21. Hate it.
I don't like that.
I hate that bet.
That's rugby league. That's the games. We move on to Rando's Hot Boys
and
best bet.
You got to get this best bet, Rando, because you've been keeping all the good ones for your own channel and giving us the dog shit.
I fucking haven't had. Those are my locks. Like, they're my dead set.
Is that what you've been doing?
Yeah, dude. he's
Not
just
at
been
all.
fucking
Is that
taking
what
a-
you've been doing?
Man, I don't trust those. I trust this one. This is my best. This is what I laid
How
out.
many best bets have you got up this season?
on this show?
On this show.
Yeah.
One?
No, I use the exact
One?
same bets that I use here into my.
No, but on this show.
What?
How many on this show? I
many
want to
on
hear
this
them.
show?
I think
I've
the listeners need to know how
The
much.
one stat he can't find. Oh, I don't have that.
How many games have there been? 54, 25 out of.
No, your best
No,
bet.
your best bet.
best bet.
Yeah.
Have I hit?
Yeah.
Yes, this
On my-
season.
He
out
knows
of
the answer to this
I
question.
have one. I've hit one.
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 1 of 8.
1 of 8.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. So he's actually worse than me.
So listen, until Randos starts using his actual best bet on this show instead of his own channel, like a greedy little gut, I'd stay away from it.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's just hear what this one is, though.
Anyway,
What do you got for us?
please get up. So I've gone Panthers to win. They've won 10 of their last 11 against the Rabbitohs. Seagulls -3.5, the alternate handicap. They've won 11 of their last 14 at Campbelltown and their last 4 against the Tigers by 13 plus. Storm to win. They haven't lost to the Wires since 2014. This has to get up $2.77. For my hot boys, starting with Micah Sevo. Nothing is hotter than a Fijian flyer in the humidity, torching up the sideline in the NT. Sevo has scored 9 tries in 7 games, 12 tries in 10 games against the Bronx, 3 tries in his last 3 games in the Northern Territory. So chuck him in. Greg Marshew, another big winger with a hot record this season, 5 tries in 4 games in 2023. Carl Felt leaking 9 tries this season in 7 games. Chuck him in. The Hammer. Ask any tradie and they'll tell you the Hammer bangs. He has 8 tries in 7 games this season. The Titans have led in 6 tries to fullbacks in 6 games.
How long are you sitting on that
Fins
for?
up footy. A long time. Up there with doctrine of precedent. Joey Manu is my last one of the hottest blokes in the eastern suburbs. Joey Manu looks even hotter as a playmaker. 4 tries in 3 games at 6. 6 tries in his last 5 games against the Red V. You chuck them all together, you get $24.77.
All right. Rando. Great stuff. Move on to the unit scoopers. I've gone back to my smoothie ways this week, and I'm very fucking excited about it. To'o anytime. Cobbo anytime. Kennedy anytime. Taulangi anytime. Carney P anytime. Homole anytime. Manu anytime. Meany anytime. Now just tell me which one of those don't score. You fucking idiots. That's paying $598.49. I think you look at that and you go, wow, that is pretty good.
It's not bad. That's good odds.
Yeah.
Good
Double
odds.
check those odds.
The silence scares people.
Have we written that down? We'll have to check that.
Well, I've got it here. I mean, they're boosted where I'm at, but they're boosted to 717.99.
Right, okay.
So don't you worry about that.
I have been missing by one every time, and sometimes when you're fishing and you get a few bites, you don't reel it in. Sometimes you just have to go with it. You see the birds flying over there. It's like, no, but I'm getting bites here. It's like, fuck it. I'm just going over there for a second. I'm trying a new spot. My new spot is golf, and I'm going the 2 favourites at the Live and the Zurich Classic, which is a team event. So Cantlay and Schauffele set the record last year. They're favourites, and all the other teams suck. Smith to win here, Live, home ground Australia. Those 2 together, you get $44. I actually think it's pretty good just for like 2 clear favourites to win.
It's not bad.
I hate you for making me want to root against Cam Smith in the golf, but I shall be. Well,
You can just root. You can root against Cantlay and Schauffele.
Cantlay and Schauffele. Good point. Eddie, what are you doing?
Mate, nice and simple. 6 wingers. To'o, Khan Pereira, Garrick, Sevo, Mulatalo, Tuolangi. 37.56.
Buffalo wing vibes. I don't hate that, Ed.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Charcoal Charlie's kind of bet. It's, it's good.
Buffalo wings.
I love the
Devil
$30, $40 unit scuba tactic.
Well, I wouldn't mind one, though. You get me up to like 20 plus units. Just get me into a nice spot.
Yeah.
Is that so? How many units are you down? You're only down 15. Okay.
It'd be about 22-ish.
What is the Lippy doing?
Lippy, fuck me, Dad. Why do they come up with weird fucking bets? All these Lippies. Rabbitohs versus Penrith, either team less than 12.5. Para plus 2.5. Nico, Cows, head-to-head. Zarko, Manly minus 9.5. Manu, Wires plus 12.5. $613.
Wasn't this the guy who hit the Zaki 8 when he just
I'm
go
surprised
lines?
he didn't put an Ozaki in if he's hitting an Ozaki.
Seems odd.
It does seem weird, doesn't
False
it?
advertising.
Seems odd to me. Listen, I don't... Like, you look at it, you go, yeah, makes a bit of sense.
It's actually like not that bad for the odds he's getting, but it's just ugly.
Yeah.
The odds are high.
Yeah.
$613. We'll check that.
Nico would be juicing that at $5. He would have put that in.
But do we trust a Lippy?
Yeah,
that's all
no,
I'll
we
say.
don't trust
We
the
don't
Lippy.
trust a Lippy. That we do not. Now, 10 out of 10,000. Who's doing what games, Eddie?
I'm on Thursday, Friday. We've shifted around a little bit this week because of the 2 Anzac Day games. I've taken Sevo for the Eels.
Who's next up?
Saturday is Rando.
Sione Katoa from the Sharks, 6 tries in 3 games against the Dogs.
Sebastian.
I am taking Garrick against the Tigers. Should be pretty simple. $1.80.
This is a little bit more hairy, but Joey Manu into the 6, a lot more time with ball in hand, $3.20. I don't know if you
fingers crossed.
It's not bad. $3.20 for Joey.
Is he $3.20?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is up.
Yeah.
So you bet of the 2 games?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
It's just you had Nick Meaney for 2 in your other bet.
Well, I do have Nick Meaney for 2, but I don't want to fuck all of my bets by having everything.
But it's about we're trying to win together, right?
Yeah,
it's not
and
about
I've
you
got
being
Manu
selfish.
in my fucking unit scooper as well.
Okay.
So why don't you go and
You
suck
got
on
to
that?
take him out, one out, I feel. Like I did with Campbell Graham last week. I was big on Asako, but I was like, no, I'm not going to fuck up the 10K. I'll chuck in Graham.
So you're saying I shouldn't do Manu?
Well, no, it's just a question. I'm saying, is he your absolute number one?
Yeah,
bet?
He just seems like
dude. Hands on ball. Hands on ball. Run the ball. Running 5'8". Hands on ball.
But your best.
It just feels like
We can't change it
like
now.
a guy
I'm
that
not
wants to-
changing it, Doe. I'm not changing it. That's us for another week. Punters and dribblers. Shout out to Neds.
It's not his best.
Shout out to Neds for your support. If you
not
are
his
going to have a punt, do it with Neds, but do it responsibly, please. Join the About Even group. The promo code is Dribbler. We'll see you next week. Big weekend for me. I'm fucking hitting all my bets. Bye-bye.